Let's go to YouTube. To A Course of Faith and Prophecy, and um, they're gonna be coming out with Hocus Pocus. Now, for the ones who don't know what Hocus Pocus is, Hocus Pocus was a Halloween movies during the '90s. I believe 1993, or the Sandler, no, not the Sandler, the something witches. I forgot their names, but it was during like the medievals, during like the, you know, prior past, whatever have you. And, it's about a boy named Max who finds out that, you know, there was doing a research of them at school and, they basically got lynched, and, they said that whoever, you know, lights the candle or something like that, that's gonna, obviously bring them back. Now, my thoughts about this movie is it was well put together. It was funny, it was catchy, it was everything you needed and wanted in a '90s movie. You know, fast forward to now, I think making movies like this is really tricky because, obviously, the characters that was in it the first time isn't obviously going to be in it. Like Max, I think his sister name was Ruby or something like that. The female that was Max's girlfriend well, not really Max's girlfriend, but soon to be girlfriend at the time. So you have a lot of moving parts. Obviously the witches, the Salander witches. I'm just gonna call them the Salander witches because I forgot their initial names of it. But you still got those three. And probably I think that's all you need, to be honest with you. I know Max. He was, all the girls liked him. He was you know, a likable character. You see him now; he's in his 40s. So I don't even think he aged. The Max's daughter or Max's sister, she aged a lot as well. She still looks the same. So everybody still looks the same. To be honest with you, it's it's really captivating how long that movie was. It was what, around 1993. So I'll probably say 27 years. If I'm off, y'all can let me know. But for a movie that aged so well, their characters aged as well. You know, and you know, but my initial reaction, obviously, they still working on the movie. I believe the movie's gonna be released sometime next month, or not next month, next year. Now, it would have been awesome if they did this like June, you know, and then it got finished around October. I think it would have been pretty good. But, obviously, the movie's starting. I think the movie's going to be released somewhere around March. I think March, the movie's going to be released. March 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, I haven't seen the trailer. There's a sneak peek. I mean, there's like a cameo of the trailer, but they don't necessarily show you that much. They just show you bits and pieces. So I mean, it's gonna be fascinating on how the movie drags along, because obviously at the end of the movie, they wind up, every witch, like the three witches wind up blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, when the sun rises, they turn into dust. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be very interesting how this movie drags along. Will they continue with Max? Will they replace Max? Obviously, you can't still have Max in there. I think they're gonna replace Max with like an older, or not an older, but a younger character. But it's gonna be very interesting. I'm not gonna say I'm very eager to watch this because I know Hollywood be messing up a lot of sequels, and it hurts, because sequels are left to be left alone, But if it's like if it's like one of those sequels where it's like too good to be true, like The Matrix, they coming out with The Matrix, I think that movie is acceptable to watch, But when you come out with a Hocus Pocus movie that don't have any sequels to it, it was just the first one in 1993, and fast forward to 2021, like how many people are going to remember that movie? Not a lot, Nostalgia can kick you in the butt sometimes. I don't remember watching Hocus Pocus. Like I've seen it, but I've never watched it. But for the people who haven't watched it, it's a very good movie. Especially with the witches. I think that came out the same year. You just had great. Now, obviously, when they remade the witches with Catherine Hideaway, I think it was just boring. It really was. It didn't capture the same magic like the 1993 or 1990 movie did. The graphics back then was just hideous. Like she looked like the witch. Like those big long nose and that melted. But obviously, you can't obviously, keep on working with the same material. So, they had to work they had to work what they had to work with back then. Now with CGIF and all these, you know, sci-fi effects, like, you know, but but to be honest with you, I don't know how Hocus Pocus is gonna fare. I don't know how people are gonna take it. Obviously you're gonna have a lot of criticism to it. Most people might find it okay. Even though they're bringing back the three witches, will the magic be the same? Will they still have the same touch like they did once? I mean, that's the thing about making these sequels, to any movie, you know. Uh, you know, but I believe it's just to capture the moment, is to capture the fans, fans that haven't watched it or fans who did watch it and is looking forward to the, like how the movie is gonna end, how the movie is gonna start, the dialogue, what's this, what's that, you know what I'm saying? So what everybody looks in the movie, you don't necessarily get, like we didn't see this before, or like there was something in the movie where in the dialogue where they're gonna go back to where the Sandler the Salem sisters grew up, like all three of them, like they're gonna go back in time to where they were like, you know little witches or something like that, you know but I don't know. I don't know how this movie's gonna play out. But I'm gonna look forward to it. I'm not gonna go to the movie theaters to go watch it. I'm gonna wait until it hits Disney Plus because I'm not gonna waste money buying it because I already bought the scratch that last line, but I'm not gonna waste money knowing that how pitiful that movie is going to be. So I'm just gonna watch it on Disney Plus, see how it is, and I'll take it from there. So like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.